Captain is the glue of the community. It brings different people together. It brings donors together with volunteers, the government, and our staff. And what we do with that is we go around 5 different pillars. There's hunger, homelessness, economic crisis, community engagement, and empowerment programming. I first heard about Captain when Captain came into my elementary school in the 80s, and then I volunteered with Captain in doing Teen Talk as a volunteer in the late 90s when I was in high school. And then around 2019, I was really looking around and I wanted to be a part of my community more. I was in business, I was traveling a lot, and I felt disconnected from the community. And part of it too was I saw there was a lot going on in the world and I just didn't know how I could help out. But I knew that if I really put my time into helping my local community face to face, one person to one person, we could make a difference. I think an act of kindness in a person's life can really change the whole trajectory of someone. It's just showing someone that you care, that you want to listen, you're not judging them, you're just there to help, can really lift people up, and that's what we try to do. Captain employees and staff and our volunteers are just trying to lift people up and build a brighter future for them and our community.
The supportive housing program offers residents the ability to gain independence and grow. We do more than just housing. We also provide an opportunity for connections and support and growth. We brought the residents together for a shared experience at the joinery. The residents had an opportunity to make a cutting board, and one of the residents turned their cutting board into the shape of a heart. I think what grew out of the activity was the residents' ability to have a shared space where they could explore their creative outlets and give back to the community as well.
On March 29th, 2026, a car crashed through the front of Cheryl's Lodge. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but it did mean we had to shut the building down for 2 weeks. So 60 children who had been coming to programming at Cheryl's Lodge didn't have Cheryl's Lodge for 2 weeks while we worked to put things back together. Chad Gregory from Next Generation Roofing, he came in with his team and they put in a window and put the wall back up and painted the interior and put everything back together. And then another person who had been a volunteer at Cheryl's Lodge, he donated flooring, so we had new flooring installed and the place looks great. I think about all the folks that turned up to help out, and they really were helped by Captain when they were a kid. Going to Cheryl's Lodge gave them a place where they made relationships with people who cared about them and believed that they had a future. And now here they were, adults, giving back to the place that helped them, and it just brings everything full circle.
We had a youth who had been at the shelter previously. She went home, things were supposed to be fixed with mom, and she ended up calling us from the hospital because mom had assaulted her and asked if she could come back to the shelter. When she came back to the shelter, she was literally wearing paper clothes from the hospital and had no other belongings with her. I called our captain's treasure shop and asked them if they had some clothes in her size to get her through the night. We let her go through the hygiene closet and pick out all of her personal care items, and then I was able to take her shopping the next day to get some clothing. We also made sure she had a home-cooked meal when she came, and she just settled right in. Us showing her that she was special and she mattered, she was then able to help other youth go through things. She actually became a mentor to other youth, and then it kind of passed along, which was kind of cool to see how it went. We were able to get her into a GED program. She started working, and she's now going to be in our supported housing program. So it just shows, like, all these little things, the community, the staff, everything else shows the impact that this can make on somebody's life.
The Building Brighter Futures Capital campaign is what's allowing us to buy the new building, which is going to be a center for families to come in the front door, maybe on their worst day, and see what kind of services that they have access to from the government, from our services, from the churches that we work with, and see what help they need. It's taken thousands of acts of kindness to be able to afford this building and to build Captain where we're at. Thousands of acts of kindness are going to happen in the new building. And all of that is going to have a tremendous impact on the community going forward. And we just don't know exactly what those impacts will be, but we know that they'll be big.